Shit, what's this podcast called?
Discourse of Human Events.
The discourse is just crazy.
Everything's okay, I'm just trying to act my age. Yeah, I wanna know where the hell the days go. Yeah, I wanna know where the hell the days go. I wanna look and feel years younger, baby.
Ready? 1, 2, 3, flashlight!
All right.
All right.
The year 2024. It's been a doozy, I
review.
think we could say.
Yeah, it's gone really fast, I feel.
I feel that
I don't know
way
about you.
too.
Yeah. I don't know why.
Maybe it's because we're used to the COVID years that
Yeah, I
felt
feel
like,
like
forever.
Yeah, COVID is now over. Like, that is the first thing of 2024. 2024, it feels like the first year that COVID was a thing of the past. I feel
Yeah,
it was still in
that's the
2023.
way to put it. And also why I think it feels like this year went so fast is because I just felt like I was doing stuff all the time. And we went 3 years with doing like nothing.
Yeah.
Wow. I waste a lot of time commuting to work and back.
Yeah.
All
All
right.
right.
So let's start. January 2024. The U.S. House
Thanks,
of Representatives.
ChatGPT, for a better
Yes.
breakdown.
By the
of
way,
year.
we are now using ChatGPT because Wikipedia sucked every time we did it.
Did you also prompt it for American news only?
Yeah.
Unless it's
Here's
really
my
important?
exact prompt. Actually, I asked it for more details later. Give me a bullet point summary of all major American news events, cultural and political, for the first. I changed this to 3 months later. I say 6 months a year of 2024 from an American-centric perspective.
So you're just gonna do 3 months. 3 months.
Yeah, because when I gave it 6 months, it was too high level. It like just went through them way too fast. It's like, okay, there's like 5 events there.
Okay.
Gotcha. All right. First thing.
The first one was the debate over the debt ceiling crisis. I feel like that was one thing that, like, a lot of times they bring it up and then it goes nowhere because that went nowhere, right? They eventually just agreed
that
and
went
that was
nowhere.
it. That wasn't really as big
Not
as a story as
important.
much. It was like maybe it could happen.
Let's put that under as not that important in 2024. I
Republican
feel like some of the most
primaries-
important
oh,
stuff happened this month.
Yeah, I know.
And last
Republican primaries began gaining momentum with Trump and DeSantis among the most talked about contenders. Yeah, DeSantis burned out-
foreshadowing.
Yeah, DeSantis
Pretty
burned
fast.
out fast, right?
Yeah.
He was like,
Yeah,
I
he
really
did.
thought he had a chance at the time, right? Did you?
I think just enough people hated him. I think that's
Did
what
people
it
really
is.
hate
I
him?
think
thought
enough
people just loved
Republicans
Trump
hate him.
more. DeSantis?
He doesn't have much of a
Yeah.
character.
Really? Who Republicans don't like him? I just thought
Yeah,
it
I
was
think there's some
Trumpers
people that
love
just
Trump
don't like
more.
him.
Like, who doesn't like? Why don't they like DeSantis? I think he's
I
a
don't know.
Republican's Republican. Like,
Yeah.
I
he's
guess. Let me put it this way: they like Trump way more.
yeah, that's what I
than the
read.
Trumpers.
They
Yeah.
like Trump more. They
Did-
don't
but-
hate DeSantis.
DeSantis is
I guess they don't
mediocre
hate
pick,
him.
right? If Trump doesn't run, DeSantis have a shot,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, if Trump didn't run, it would for sure have been him.
I could see that.
Okay. The Trump faced legal challenges, including charges in falsifying business records in New York.
Yep.
So I saw there's been an update on this, so I don't know if we want to skip ahead.
Yeah, we can skip ahead because it's important.
Okay.
Like,
So,
what was the update?
They're not going to sentence him.
Because he's president.
Really?
No, I think they would have done that either way.
Okay.
At least
I
I've
also
seen
saw-
the reason that they think so is because it'll just be completely like tossed upon appeal. And then the lawyers that will be brought it will be admonished. So as long as the
Yeah.
judge doesn't actually sentence him, he can never appeal it. So now he's not actually a convicted felon technically because he's never been sentenced and
He's
he can
just
never
a
appeal
charged
it.
felon.
But that actually already happened with the one with the which one was the one? No. That's this one.
Oh,
This is the business records.
okay.
Lawyers
I tell you what, nothing drives me more
What
crazy
is it?
than when I can't read an article on your website because of some paywall or something stupid.
I know. Lawyers, they're not disbarred, but like, sanctioned or something. Okay, no, not this.
Sanction?
This is 2017. I can't find. I'm trying to remember even what case it was. I think it was because there's been so many. I think it was the case about where it was like the he got the loan falsified. That's actually a different falsification of business records, I guess. Overstating the value. Trump prosecutors. You're skeptical of New York civil fraud case. Okay, there we go.
God, dude, searching for stuff on like Google and stuff
I
seems
know.
like a nightmare these days.
I want to move away from Google. It's become such dog shit.
It really is. It's like their number one
Like this is
function
from
is the
September
worst thing they do.
26th. They've already, like, they gave me, like, they've already made the judgment, and then they give me, like, oh, they're considering it. What?
Use DuckDuckGo.
Maybe I should. This is such dog shit.
They don't sort by relevancy anymore.
Maybe I should just try Twitter, because I'm sure this is where I actually read about it.
So, did you also see the legal eagle guy is suing the Department of Justice?
Oh, hold on. Let me
About
focus
this?
on this. Twitter. Let me look up Trump appeals court.
Maybe you need DuckDuckGo in your life.
God damn it. Maybe admonished.
Maybe you should Google a better search engine than Google. I'll just have to be quiet so I can edit out the quietness.
Yeah. Fuck it, I give up. But basically, the one where he had overstated the value of his real estate properties.
his like, yeah. I
to
know what
get
you're talking about.
loans that were paid back in full, and there was no victim. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And they brought charges, and then he was found guilty, but he went to the appeals court, and the appeals court basically were saying they were going to put sanctions on the people that brought it, the attorneys that brought the case, because
What?
yes, because it had never in the history of the United States has there ever been a case, like, their propaganda was correct on this one. Never have they ever prosecuted. They're all guilty of it. Everyone puts the best, like, it's just their estimate. The bank goes and does their due diligence. It's all on the bank to do that. Like, it's just fucking crazy.
That's fair.
That was like far and away the most like, maybe the other ones had merit, maybe. I'm doubtful, but this one was fucking nuts, right? That they would bring this one
Yeah, of
where
course
it's
they're
like,
gonna have.
so yeah,
I think they have very viable ones,
Yeah.
and very not so viable
Yeah.
ones.
So
Look,
anyways,
Trump hasn't exactly been the most
yeah, I'm sure. But they
classy
like
businessman.
the closing arguments of the lawyers in the appeals case wasn't like you should actually uphold the verdict. It was, please don't like sanction us, which was crazy. So that was my update on that one. And then again, I think that was related to this one because again, they don't even want it to go to appeal. After they saw what happened with this one, they don't want it to go to appeal.
My update was different in the fact that the Legal Eagle guy, do you know who he is?
No idea.
He's just a
Legal Eagle?
lawyer that does YouTube videos. That's the easiest way to put it.
Okay.
And he's suing the Department of Justice for the FOIA request he sent regarding Trump and his involvement in all their findings regarding his involvement in January 6th and all that stuff. Because they still haven't gotten it to him and it's been like a few months, and he's afraid that once Trump's in office, he'll never get it.
Well, like,
So he's suing them for not giving him the FOIA requests in like timely manners and stuff.
but the administration now is the Biden administration.
Right. That's why he's suing them, because they haven't given him the stuff. The Department of Justice hasn't given them to him.
But if you think, okay, let's break down the logic here. Biden's administration is not giving it to him. Why do you think it must be Trump will definitely not give it to him? Because presumably Biden doesn't want to give it, or the administration, because it doesn't look good for them.
Well, I
Right?
put it in a, well, yeah, but either way,
Yeah, it's true.
they should be
but
giving the FOIA request.
presumably, because at least Trump has alleged many times that the things
We're
that they're
also
withholding are
assuming
good
that
for
there's
him,
not people
right?
in the Department of Justice that know Trump is going into office and don't want to like release all their records.
Who? That doesn't make sense.
There's people who like Trump in the Department of Justice, I'm assuming, too. It's not,
No.
Biden's Department of Justice.
Yes, it is. It's Merrick Garland leads it. Like, Merrick
Okay,
Garland
but
is the
that's
appointee.
one guy.
He's the attorney general. He gets to pick all the lawyers that do everything, right? He's 100% in charge. It's not like the FBI that's like one set organization of like thousands. I don't know how many. How many sit? I mean, I'm sure there are some, but like for sure, if this guy has enough sway, Merrick Garland could get it to him, right?
Either way, the FOIA request should be done. They're supposed to be done in a timely manner.
Yes.
And I think it's like 5 to 6 months now that he.
They
Well,
have
actually, it's
10,000
probably
people,
since
apparently.
January. I'm sure he's probably requested these for a long time.
Yeah. But I think the Biden administration right now has quite a lot of sway over them, right? Like Merrick Garland
Maybe.
is the one generally. That's, I guess, the allegations is, did he work with all the state attorneys to bring these cases against Trump?
Right.
Maybe.
Either way.
We'll probably find out soon when they all change over.
Yeah.
I
I'm
still
more
wanna
for
see
the
the thing I
release
wanna
of the
see
information
most.
rather than
Yeah,
the
I want
hiding
to
of
see
it.
the Kennedy stuff.
Yes.
I'm gonna be,
Yeah.
and I want to see what's his name, Ross Ulbricht, get pardoned like he said he would.
Yeah.
But we'll
let's-
see if he
let's do
lives
it.
up to
Let's-
this stuff. All right, so let's move on.
What's next? we covered a lot of Trump stuff, so we can skip over a lot of the repeats on that.
U.S. military forces coordinated with the U.K. to conduct airstrikes on Iranian-backed groups in Yemen, following escalating
I don't think I
maritime
remember
threats.
that.
I do not remember this at all. This is a little too
News to me.
Yeah, I'm sure it happened. I'm sure I didn't care. Maritime threats, really? Like there are a bunch of Yemeni pirates?
You don't know
It's
that?
so fucking weird.
You don't know about Yemeni pirates?
Yeah, like I don't know. I would have thought our aircrafts or ships are way more advanced than the Yemeni ones, but who knows? Okay, NASA announced advancements in its Artemis program, setting the stage for a planned mission to the moon in 2025. Who wants to place a
Hell
bet
yeah.
on whether or not that'll happen? Because going back all the way to Bush administration, he was saying, "Oh, in 5 years
Yeah.
we'll go to the moon." That was in the Bush administration.
Oh.
I don't know.
It never seems to
doubt it.
actually happen. Like, it'd
What-
be cool.
What's the point even of going to the moon again, though? Like, I kind of get the idea of like, we went there, let's keep going
To show China we
to
still
other
can.
places. I'm just saying, like, let's go to other places. Like, let's.
Well, yeah,
You know what I mean? Like,
you
we
take-
already conquered
I
that
think
frontier.
maybe that's the
There's
point.
nothing
Is
more.
let's go there in preparation for Mars. Is probably the point. As in
That actually makes sense.
that.
Like, if
yeah,
we can get to the moon, then we can go to Mars. Next,
and also just in case the Chinese get there and plant the flag, we need to be ready to put an astronaut on the moon so he can go over and knock it down and give a big middle finger to China.
Poop on it.
He does a little air hump into the thing all the way up on the moon.
He does the Halo tea bag.
Yeah. All right, next thing. The Golden Globes returned to prominence, awarding major films like Oppenheimer and Poor Things. Really, Golden Globes to return to
I still
prominence?
haven't seen Oppenheimer.
Really? It was good, but about
Yeah,
not great. About as good as you could make a movie
Yeah.
about that.
So I've downloaded Barbie and Oppenheimer, and Nicole
you're
and
gonna
I
do the
plan to do the
Barbenheimer,
Barbenheimer
a
night.
year and a half too late.
Yeah, we're behind the fad, but we'll get there.
Jeez. I was gonna say I haven't seen. I watched Barbie on a flight.
From what I hear, though, Barbie's better.
It's no, Oppenheimer's better. Barbie, it had moments, but overall, I didn't think it was that great. It was pretty meh.
At least it's probably only an hour and a half.
It's always like it's one where the logic of the world, like
Mhm.
sometimes they try to make sense, but it never makes sense. You know,
Yeah.
you're like none of this ever.
Oh,
Not like full on parody where it's just complete silly craziness.
yeah.
It's
yeah,
where
yeah.
they're like they try to make the logic of the world make sense, but it doesn't for sure.
Yeah. Dude,
That
I have a
bothers
movie
me.
for you have to see. Because you're like me now where you're like, you just want to watch movies that are different.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Oh, we'll have to recommend the
look
show
up the
if you
name
haven't
of
seen
it. Not 1408. Symbol. It's called Symbol, 2009.
How do you spell
I'm
symbol?
gonna sell this to you.
Symbol like SYMBOL?
Yep. It's from 2009. It's a Japanese film, even though it starts off with Spanish, so don't get thrown off by that.
That's weird. Okay.
It's about a guy who's randomly stuck in a room,
Oh.
and there's switches all on the wall that look like baby dicks.
No, okay, that's different than the one I was starting to think of. No, okay, that's interesting. I was thinking
and
it
when
was
he presses the switches, like random shit like flings out of the walls, like chopsticks and stuff.
when you started with a guy stuck in a room. There's a documentary I think it is I wanted to watch, and I think it's Japan or maybe it's Korea. About a guy that was stuck in a room for a contest, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they're filming him the whole time, and the only way he can like do anything is he plays sweepstakes,
Interesting.
right?
Okay.
So he can't like he has enough food for like a month, and he can only get
Mhm.
stuff into his room through sweepstakes that he enters through magazines, and I forget all the crazy shit like he won, and like he couldn't leave the room and he was going insane. And then like the
This is a
producers
documentary?
I think so, and the producers like fucked with him all the time.
Huh.
Now I want to waste another hour googling guy stuck in room only sweepstakes. Nasubi.
Subi.
Yeah, he's yeah, okay. So he is Japanese.
How do you spell it?
His name?
Yeah. Or the name of the movie you want me to see?
I haven't seen it.
Oh,
I'm saying
you
there
have
was
not
like,
seen
yeah, here it is on IMDb. God. Okay, he was, okay. 2023 documentary, The Contestant. That's what it is.
The
2023 documentary, The
Contestant.
Contestant.
I have heard of it. Now that you call it The Contestant, I've heard of
Yeah.
it.
He was challenged to enter mail-in until he won 1 million yuan, about $8,000. He had to, like, he's not allowed to leave. He started with nothing, not even clothes. He only had magazines that he
Interesting.
could comb through for entry forms, and so he was being filmed the entire time.
I think I have heard of this, but I haven't watched
Yeah,
it.
so I've been wanting to watch this.
Is this what, Korean film?
No, it's Japanese. He's a Japanese guy.
Okay.
So, anyways, yeah, that's on my to watch list. And then
Cool.
the other one we're going to recommend to you is also Japanese. Have you watched Shogun?
The
TV
show?
Yeah. You did?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't
Yeah,
that
it was
awesome?
great.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Then you've seen it. Never mind. We just finished it just a little while ago.
Watch Symbol though. It's not necessarily a
Oh
great
yeah, you
movie,
sold me with dicks
but
on the
like,
wall.
yeah, I would give you like $1 million if you could predict any fucking thing where this movie goes.
So basically, buy
Like,
more weed before I watch this one.
Yeah, it would be an interesting one on weed, that's for sure.
All right.
When the last time you smoked it, man?
Yeah.
All right, what's next?
All right. I didn't remember this. There was a 4.8 magnitude earthquake in New York and New Jersey, causing minimal damage but alarming residents. I vaguely remember
it's just
that.
alarmed people. Who cares?
Yeah, so nothing really. It was probably a day news story, but it was in New York, the center of the world. So,
Ooh.
Biden's State of the Union in February, not really interesting.
Oh man, this is like the downfall of Biden during this time, you know? Like the slow
No,
downfall.
that's not yet.
What did he do on the State of the Union?
Oh, it was
No, that's
all of
just
2024 where he had like
focusing
times
on
when he was
economic
looking
recovery.
like,
Yeah, but
"Ugh."
this is where it's like you and I for sure thought he was like gone, right? Like I know
I think
on
all
podcasts.
Trumpers too
Yeah.
could see it or were trying to.
But you're not you didn't support Trump. You saw it. So
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah. I
but there
feel
were
like you'd have to be crazy not to see.
But there were
him.
so many people that believed he wasn't like gone, right? It was where like
out,
there
dude.
are clearly people that just eat the propaganda of their side, right?
Yeah, that's fair.
Like, how could you have not like seen some of the shit he said and been like, yeah, he's competent.
Yeah, he's definitely losing his marbles.
Super Bowl, we don't care.
Whoa, hey, wait,
Oh,
let's
okay.
not skip the Super Bowl.
I'm sorry.
That was Swifties' win, man.
Oh no, that's why does it say Rihanna then?
No, the Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh, that's her boyfriend. I know that.
Yeah, her
Can you believe I
boyfriend
know
won.
that? I don't remember his name, but I remember it was in the story.
I am shocked you actually knew what I was talking about.
What's her boyfriend's name?
You
What's
did
the
it
guy's
at
name?
first.
You know why I know
Kansas
that?
City Chiefs guy.
Yeah, I think it was Bill Burr talking about she's made so much money or something. I think it was him. That she could buy if they get into a breakup, like apparently she's famous for, she could buy the Kansas City Chiefs and fire the guy.
She could though, for real.
Right?
That'd be hilarious.
I think it was a Mega Man joke.
She's got that kind of fuck you money.
Yeah, it's crazy. So yeah, that's why I know that.
That would be very promising to do.
Oppenheimer won more awards.
This is Oscars buzz, but yeah, it did win later. I'm pretty sure. The U.S. supported sanctions against Russia following its continued aggression in the Ukraine. Nothing really unsurprising.
Right.
Okay, well, now we're in March. Primaries kick off. Blah blah blah. Controversies erupted around voting access and restrictions in several Republican-led states. I don't remember that story in March. No idea.
Yeah, I don't know what they're talking about.
The Supreme Court ruled in a landmark case regarding student loan forgiveness, striking down a major part of President Biden's relief plan.
Yeah, that was a big one.
Yeah, so it was. It's still intact in part, right? Like,
I think so.
I think
there was they could only forgive certain ones or something.
It's like I think if you've been paying for 20 years and it's still like super high, like you still owe a lot, they can forgive it. Otherwise, no.
Yeah, there was like it wasn't all student loans. It was like very few.
You shouldn't just pay people's loans off. Yeah. Like, you're taking money from like the working class and let's give it to these people with degrees.
For it in the way that like
that you would
benefit. Shouldn't work differently than every other debt.
What's that? Oh,
I said student loans shouldn't work differently than every other debt.
I'm with for that. I think they should get rid of all that crazy shit.
But
like it should be
going to work with any other debt. Let's not forget about calculating how much loan you can get for taking a major that's not going to bring in.
I think that should all be the case. I think it should all be taken into account. If you say I'm going to get a degree in gender studies, and by the way, I don't have any actual assets. Sorry, no.
I disagree. They shouldn't be giving out these loans to to 18-year-olds either. If you're not
No.
of the age where the government thinks you can't drink because you're not smart enough to handle alcohol, you shouldn't be able to take out $100,000
I
loans.
think it should be the other way. You should be able to drink at 18. Like,
I'm okay with that.
You can
too.
hand a guy a machine gun and be like, go over there and shoot some terrorists for me. But whoa, don't drink. We don't want you doing anything crazy. Like, that's fucking
Look,
nuts.
Nick, I'm for it. We just need to agree on an age.
I agree. I mean,
we
at
can't
some
have
point
this
it
like,
has
okay,
to be.
18-year-olds are allowed to do this,
Yeah.
but not this.
I agree. I mean, at some point it has
It's
to
like
be
you have
an
to
age.
choose
I think
when
18's
somebody's an
fine.
adult and stick to it.
If they're gonna go off to college and live on their own at 18, that's the age.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you can make mistakes, you cannot be ready, but at some point, society has to be like, you're a grown ass man responsible for yourself.
Yeah, because
I'm for it,
fine
but
with that
currently
either.
it's not that way.
Look at Europe.
Yeah, America or everywhere in Europe lets you drink at 18. It's just craziness that it's 21 here.
Yeah.
But
It
you
is
should
really
get the
weird.
loans. Get the loans. If you can't take the responsibility of loans at 18, you can't take the responsibility of college at 18. Right?
Yeah, I get it.
So anyways, that's my 2 bits on that. Blah, blah, blah.
I say bring back the Jubilee. Every 7 years, wipe all the debt.
7 is 50
Make peop-
years, isn't it?
I think it was every 7
For what country? This is in Egypt?
for the Romans.
For the Romans. How often? That doesn't seem right because that's too often. Jubilee
What's
in Rome.
Jubilee?
They forget all debts.
Oh.
25 years. Or no, that's
25. I haven't heard that number ever.
That's the Catholic Church. Never mind. Jubilees throughout history. Jubilee in Roman
This is just going to be the
times.
episode of us being bad at Google.
It's all about Catholicism, dude, when you Google it. Yeah, and they say every 25 years, so I don't know.
Speaking of Catholic Church, Enclave was a really good movie.
Yeah. You'll like the ending based on our last podcast.
Okay.
But watch it.
Moving on then.
Enclave. It's a good movie. We went to see it in theater, like 2-3 weeks ago?
Something like that.
Oh, so it is just the Bible that was the 7-year period Jubilee,
Oh, okay.
not the
Gotcha.
Romans.
Okay. I say there's a lot of context for Jubilee that the Egyptians also forgave
When I looked up
debts.
Romans, there wasn't technically a Jubilee for them
Okay.
that forgive debts. It was the Bible.
They did it in Egypt for sure, but I think it was like every 50 years, or it might have been even just like when the emperor was like, shit's all fucked now. Let's just forgive the debts, or not the emperor. The
I just
pharaoh.
feel like an automatic wiping would make loaners do less
no, that's just too
predatory loans
nonsensical.
as well.
It's just too nonsensical. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Let's just randomly wipe out loans. Okay. That means I'm going to
hell
get
yeah.
all the fucking loans I can. But really, what they're just going to do is jack up rates a lot, right?
That's true.
Like,
Very true.
I mean, none of this ever made sense.
I guess also, how would you ever get a mortgage?
Yeah, it's like
Well, they don't have mortgage back then, no they?
Yeah, it will all adjust to be like what the market dictates. Like, Muslims, they're forbidden to charge interest on a loan from the Quran, right?
From the what?
From the Quran, from their Bible, right?
Oh.
And they
Really?
and they can't take out loans for it. So do you know what they do?
What?
They hire a Jew?
No, well, that's actually technically it's also in the real Bible, and the Jews did that for us, and that's why they're in money lending. But in medieval times, we've eventually just gave up on that whole thing.
That's racist.
That's true. That like
I know, but just
in
saying
medieval
Jews, and that's why they
times,
give loans.
Christians were not allowed to grant loans without interest, so they had the Jewish people do it for them.
I love it.
But
So we have
the
the
Muslims
Christians to
can't
blame
even
for the
take
Jews.
loans. They can't accept loans if it has charges interest. So instead, they pay fees for the loans. And if you look at the fees, they will exactly equal the fucking going interest rate.
Well, yeah, obviously.
So, like, that's
It's-
just... it'll just be worked around. The market will work its way around it.
It's that whole like religion has all these rules, and then people think of like ways to do loopholes as if God can't understand loopholes.
Yeah. Yeah. I just learned about have you heard of dirty sodas?
What?
Dirty sodas?
Yeah.
What? No.
Like soda with alcohol?
No, the exact opposite. So apparently, so I was reading about some stock that was going crazy, and I was like, they sell dirty sodas. I was like, what the fuck is that? So I Googled what this is.
Like wash that?
Mm-hmm.
No. So it is basically pop, so sodas, mixed with other, like basically milk tea, but with soda, right? Like mixed with bubba or like, let me Google what else, other shit.
Is this just allowed or something?
Yeah, okay. How do you think this got started?
Let's see.
Cream-flavored
So
syrup
it's
and
soda
fruit
mixed with
juices.
tea, so it's probably they're not allowed caffeine from like certain sources, like tea or something.
Yeah, who?
Muslims?
No, they can
Oh,
drink
who?
that. Yeah. Who can't drink coffee?
It's Mormons.
Yep.
Aren't they not allowed
Mormons.
coffee?
But that was because apparently the Mormon church said coffee is basically drank just for the caffeine. But sodas, while they have caffeine, are drank for flavor. So those are okay. So rather than having
So they
Starbucks,
just add caffeine to soda.
No, they don't add caffeine. Soda has caffeine, right? Most pops have some caffeine.
Coke caffeine.
Oh, but I thought you said the dirty soda was like tea mixed with
No, it's not
soda or
tea.
something.
It's like fruit juices, syrup, and cream, and all that stuff. Just whatever. Like milk tea, you get like bubba, like little things, like little
so they're
pieces
just
of
adding
fruit
more
or
shit
whatever.
to
Yeah.
to sodas.
Exactly. So rather than Starbucks, they had these dirty soda shops open up, and now they've gone national in other places.
Cool.
Ah,
But
people are
that's
starting to
just
like
their little workaround was well you drink soda for flavor, not for the caffeine content, so it's okay. Because the thing in the Mormon Bible was no mind-altering substances, and so they're not drinking it for that. They drink it for the flavor.
Right.
But also,
Yeah,
if
we
you drink
want it
enough,
for the
you'll
flavor.
get the caffeine, right?
And diabetes.
Huh.
Yeah. So anyways, I thought that was crazy. Something I learned.
Interesting religious workaround.
All right, moving on.
All right,
Let's
what's
see.
next?
Speaking
Religion's
of what we're
weird.
using, ChatGPT and other AI tools gain significant traction with debates around their ethical use in education and creative industries.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, some self-masturbatory post there, ChatGPT.
Social movements, women's rights protests erupted in several states after abortion restrictions were further tightened in Florida and Texas.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure what to say about that. Okay, then. Florida's not... Well, I guess Florida, you probably have to drive a far way to get an abortion if you live in Florida. That's like a good 10-hour drive for an abortion. Right?
I'm significantly against that because the chances of being able to travel to abort are, sometimes the people that need abortions aren't the type of people that can just drive states away to get it. But
What about flying?
Yeah. No, I don't get it. Like, it's not that expensive to drive.
says you. What if you have to, like you said, you're in South Florida and you have to drive 2 or 3 states away, or get a flight?
Well, compared to the cost of raising a baby, it's a lot cheaper.
It is a lot cheaper.
A lot cheaper.
I mean, that part you're not wrong.
All right, next thing. March Madness, I don't care.
Yeah, we don't care about that. Give us the next 3 months,
You
dog.
also get money.
Oh,
if you're
yeah,
a
yeah.
single mom.
Depends on... That's true. If you could so poor it was hard to drive, you're going to get welfare, man. All right, let ChatGPT generate the next 3 months.
Let's go, ChatGPT. ChatGPT.
Okay, April. President Biden, foolishly, I'm putting the foolishly in myself, continued his re-election campaign.
Until he's not coherent.
Wow, DeSantis was still growing in April.
in April.
Yeah, it
Saying
just
he's
feels
getting
like
traction
he was
still.
gone. Like, I don't know. Feels
What?
like it's been
It just
Trump for
kind
a
of
while.
disappeared at
Trump
some
entered
point.
the
Yeah,
mess.
he
And they
very
realized they had
quietly
to be
went
Trump.
away. Yeah, it's so crazy. Um,
Well,
And
there's
you
always
know,
next election.
no, it won't be him. There'll be other people
Okay.
that's more popular.
Here we go. Taylor Swift officially became the world's first musician to reach billionaire status solely through music and touring.
That's crazy.
Is it
That's a
entirely
lot of money.
accurately though? Like, do the Beatles have
She
a
also has
billion?
products that she advertises
meant
and all
like,
that stuff. She has to be.
I didn't
What's
realize
McCartney's
that,
net
but
worth?
bitching about exes really gives you money.
Yeah, no, McCartney's worth $1 billion. And like, what did he do other than music?
So maybe they are saying like she was a billionaire before this, but she's made $1 billion literally just from music and touring. Where
I think they're just pumping up her
maybe
tour with this like stuff. McCartney basically made
Maybe
it just through music. They're saying, "Oh, she toured so much," whereas McCartney lives off royalties, right? Like he didn't make $1 billion
yeah.
at the time when he was touring. Like he
Yeah,
basically
but
let it sit there
the
for 35 years
Yeah.
and let that shit
royalties
grow.
on
right?
Beatles music is insane, I'm sure.
Yeah. Like, so I get it. She doesn't have, like, it's royalties, but it's not royalties. It's royalties on active music, which is harder to explain.
That's basically what they're saying.
So, in other words,
Yeah.
Taylor Swift has more in common with Bill Gates than with average people.
Yeah, and Bill Gates is also fucking a quarterback of a major NFL team.
And if
You don't know about
the
that?
goes south, he's going to buy the team.
Let's see. The U.S. reaffirmed its support for Taiwan during a controversial visit by Taiwanese President Tsai.
Taiwan.
Yeah, what she said. Further straining relations with China.
Yeah, that one.
I vaguely remember this. That it was a big thing about him visiting.
Yeah, she's a good president.
Just saying.
All right, what's next?
She's actually elected. Severe weathered.
Go on.
Devastated parts of the Midwest. It didn't affect us. I vaguely remember. Where was it actually affected for severe weather? In the Midwest?
Was it like a snowstorm?
I
That
have
was
no
April.
idea.
Let me look.
What is it?
I like how it says ChatGPT can make mistakes. Check important info.
I don't know. Google returns nothing, but so we'll assume that didn't even happen.
God, Google is garbage, dude.
I know. I don't know what to. I've tried DuckDuckGo before. I don't think it's good enough to replace it yet, but for the most part, ChatGPT is going to be replacing most of what I do. So I'm paying the premium. Fuck Google.
I agree.
Blah blah blah. The GOP primary with a divisive Actually, I want to test that right now. Hold on.
What?
ChatGPT.
What are you doing?
I want to see. Tell me about the severe weather events.
Oh, yeah. Why didn't you?
Because I could not do that, and like, it's a quick Google could not figure out what that was. Okay, June 20. It's June, not May. So maybe it was May and then leading into June. Prolonged heavy rains led to historic flooding in northwestern Iowa. There we go.
So it wasn't even May. Isn't this the end of April?
Shit. Yeah, you're right. I think ChatGPT did fuck up. So there's really no replacement for Google yet. I don't know. Why did Google have to go to shit so quickly?
Money.
Okay,
ads.
May. You really participating?
Yeah, I'm listening.
There's still a lot of Biden does this, GOP does this, but it's nothing like significant.
Since the election's already done, there's not much.
Congressional hearings began into allegations of ethical misconduct involving Supreme Court justices, sparking partisan debate. I remember this is what's his name? Clarence Thomas maybe took money. I don't know. Not terribly important.
Shocker.
He was found not.
People in politics taking money to do things.
Yeah, Madonna concluded her celebration tour. Don't care. The Denver Nuggets? Who the fuck is that?
Fuck are those?
NBA? I never even heard of these people. Is that a real team? The Denver Nuggets? Am I so out of the loop now? I guess I am. That's a real basketball
There's
team.
no way that's an NBA team.
That's not an... Yes, it is.
Is that
It's
true?
not an NGA Jam, so it must be a new one.
The NBA, the Denver Nuggets is a real team.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, they are.
Oh, they're like gold nuggets, not chicken.
I guess that makes sense. It sounds retarded, though.
Yeah, who said that was a good idea?
Again, ChatGPT high-fiving itself. OpenAI launched ChatGPT for Omni.
Self-reporting here.
All right, on to June. Okay, by that time we had figured out that it was going to be Biden-Trump. So June, July, August, September.
Yeah, we definitely knew that by now.
Yeah, so that
By
was
June.
pretty... That's actually not that much time they had to campaign. Like, we knew it was going to be Biden the whole time, obviously.
No, I think it's... Well, okay. Biden, like, running?
Yeah.
Like, okay.
He was going to be the nominee.
Yeah.
Oh, this was big. The Supreme Court issued major rulings, including striking down affirmative action policy at universities and upholding a controversial state-level abortion restriction. So affirmative action's big because now, I don't know. But Harvard basically just published a letter saying, basically, fuck you, we're going to do it anyways.
They're private institute, right?
That's
No,
crazy.
they're still not allowed to do that. It's still illegal to discriminate on the basis of race. But they basically said, we will judge the applicant's essays. Like, they basically said they're going to do it anyways. And so, I mean, some lawyers are salivating at their endowment, right? Because it's probably going to be just a matter of time before they're sued.
Yeah.
Wow.
And anyways.
I know several people have stopped donating money.
Is June
Hey, here's something.
Pride Month?
Yeah.
I was thinking it was February, but no, that's the Black Month.
Yes. You're forced to have your recommendation of the black movies of any streaming app that you open.
Oh, yeah, that's right. And then during June, you see... oh, you know what? I have a related thing at work. Was it the lunch this year? At work, it must have been. We... So in your profile, in our application, you can set your pronoun.
Yes.
At no fucking point is this ever used or displayed or used for anything whatsoever. Like, there's no point in it.
It's just a thing for them to
market. They wanted to market it during this. Yes, they wanted to market it because they were trying to launch in time for Pride Month. So it was just the thing to go to their, like, what do you call it? Conventions and say, we did this. We're so special.
Did
We're good.
Christ.
Did it?
What's that?
Hey,
Yeah.
ChatGPT's missing.
What's that?
WikiLeaks, Julian Assange leaves the UK
That you know at your work
after being freed from prison.
Yeah, and you know what? It makes me like them slightly less. Everyone that has said it at their work, I judge.
Yeah.
What, their pronouns?
Yeah, if they set their works, I think less of them.
I have yet to run into anybody doing that, but I live in Ohio.
Yeah, no.
I ran into
Several people have done that, and I automatically I like you a little less now. I'm not gonna say
They're
I
like,
hate
hi,
you.
my name's blank, my pronouns are.
Yeah, no, they just said it on their profile thing. It's like, this is pointless. What's the point? Some, though, what's hard is some of them may have been testing. As in, we integrate with their system.
They had to set it to test it.
Maybe some of them are the only reason. But you can also tell a huge divide between, for sure, the older people never do it.
Yeah, I refuse to do it.
Like, older people,
of course
like
not.
anyone my age or like 30s and up, they're not going to touch it. Anyways, the next two things are about the NHL, and I don't give a shit. Confrontation in the South China Sea involving military vessels. What did they do? Blockades?
Boats or something?
Yeah. It's always fishing boats. Blah blah blah.
Beyonce released her highly anticipated visual album.
Record-breaking summer blockbuster begin. Avatar 3, Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse. I have watched neither of these things.
Like Beyonce
Yeah,
really got
you missed me talking about the WikiLeaks founder.
What?
Oh, did
Julian Assange. They didn't have it. I'm comparing this to Wikipedia now, so
Oh.
we can catch ones that are big.
Okay, Assange was released?
WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange leaves the UK after being freed from prison and plea deal with the US.
Oh yeah, that's Jesus.
So he's in Australia now.
That's so crazy. It's been like how many years? He was basically
been a long time.
Yeah, no real trial or anything, and he was for sure like what's the term for it when, you know, international agent just basically ropes you into something? You know what he was really held for, right?
No.
The technical legal thing he did. He had sex with a woman without telling her. He wasn't wearing a condom.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah, which is illegal in one of the Nordic countries, and it's
right.
classified as
Yeah,
rape.
I remember that.
But almost certainly that was paid off by like a CIA agent for that lady to go and fuck him and then claim that.
That's
like
100%.
guaranteed.
Woke, man.
Like guaranteed that's what happened. So he's gonna go to prison for rape for this. So he escapes.
Yep.
That is such a bullshit.
It's
so obvious
bullshit.
that was a ploy.
Honeypot. That's what it is, right?
A what?
A honeypot.
A honeypot, yeah. Honeypot.
Or what's that? The movie where they go to North Korea, and then when it's the other way around, he honey dicked you.
Oh, it was Seth Rogen's?
Yeah.
Movie? Yeah.
With Roman and James Franco. All right, let's do the next 3 months.
Stealthing is what I was thinking you were talking about.
What is it?
That's what it's called, is stealthing, when you're having like sex with a woman and you take the condom off without her knowing.
Does this really happen that often? Who does this?
Apparently.
I guess if you're sleeping with a billionaire, I see the motivation.
Stealthers.
Does that.
Weird. Anyways. 2024 Republican National Convention. Okay, Trump was officially nominated. We knew that. Hurricane, no one cares. Oh, the Summer Olympics. I remember
Boring.
this. No, the Summer Olympics.
I forgot that even happened.
You forgot about Ray Gun. Ray Gun.
Oh, Ray Gun. The national sensation from Australia.
Clearly setting up everyone for a pretty good Halloween costume. A little effort Halloween costume, right?
Right.
Anything else about Ray Gun? Just
the low effort Halloween costume of the year.
She will be forever known for Australia, you know. Like,
yeah.
When people talk about Australia dancing, they'll be like, "Yep, that's the one."
Blah blah blah. U.S. airstrikes in Yemen. Oh, we forgot the assassination attempt on Trump for September.
Yeah, because media can
yeah.
bury this.
I was about to say, where was that? That's got to be the most important thing.
Yeah.
One of the most important things that happened this
Still,
year.
we really don't know much more about the guy that.
Yeah, someone was talking about that with the recent news of like, how come we know nothing about this motherfucker?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I accidentally skipped over a bit. Yeah, like Matthew Crooks. And so far we know
absolutely nothing about him.
What did we really learn?
Not much.
I don't think we really know much about him.
He was registered Republican, but he donated to the Democrats.
Yeah.
And that's basically it. Those are the two facts we have.
That really is like the two facts, though.
Basically, the Republicans came out, he donated money to the Democrats. And the Democrats came out, he was clearly a Republican. And then that was it. That's it. Like, there's only two things.
Yeah, it was really weird.
And both are for sure blaming the other side for it.
I'm sorry. This is how I witnessed my kids being fighting. They're toddlers. No, you did it. You did it.
Oh, we did get the Secret Service is super incompetent after this.
Oh, yes.
Like,
yeah, that was interesting.
It is shocking when you look at like, there's a building here within firing distance. No, let's just let it be.
No, the roof is too dangerous to stand on. And then couple of weeks later, somebody put a cow up in there. That was so
I know.
funny.
Oh yeah.
Dude, even when you look at the Wikipedia page about the Crooks dude, it's pretty short on the life and education. Both his parents are licensed professional counselors. They failed.
Or it's planned by the parents. No, actually, no. He didn't actually succeed, so
You know,
terrible.
I mean, it's not a long one, but for sure he's accomplished absolutely nothing else in his life, but he got a Wikipedia page. Like, if you want a Wikipedia page about you, have a semi-successful attempt on a president. If you're super successful, you're definitely getting a good wiki page, right?
You're definitely getting a Wikipedia page, and we're gonna know a lot about you.
Yeah.
Luigi's definitely gonna get one.
It's the fact that he failed and then died.
Mm.
They're like,
Yeah,
do we
he's
really need to know
dead.
much else? He died. He lost.
Well, yeah, well, the question is, do we need to know more about him and how he got to it, or how terrible the Secret Service got to be?
A little bit of
Yeah,
both.
well, to be honest, though, he was really a good, like, I don't want to say great shot because he did miss, but, like, the shot he was doing was actually really difficult with a AR-15. So,
Was
like,
it? I thought it was the other
the
way
fact
around.
that
I
he
thought
was
this
that
one was
close.
really easy. This was an easy
No.
shot. What? No, I think.
No, it was
I
like,
thought Rogan was saying it was very easy. Like
no. It
Hinckley
was like, what,
hard.
300 yards?
Okay, let's see. Let's try Google.
I mean, you've shot guns before. Like, 300 yards
No,
is
but
not
he's
an easy shot.
actually not with a scope and an actual sniper rifle. I've shot it with a BB gun.
That's what I'm saying. He
hard
didn't have all
was
that.
his shot. Fucking hell. According to Rogan, I'm pretty sure he was saying it was an easy shot, especially compared to.
Well, we all know Rogan is the.
I mean, I don't know when I
It's an
don't
AR-15,
actually shoot.
man. It's not like a sniper rifle.
How hard was Matthews Crooks shot?
Just look up how far the shot was.
No, because I can't judge because I don't do sniping. Okay, I'm not.
Oh, but then you can look up an AR-15 and be like, how easy is it to shoot that?
427 feet.
So it's over a football field, man. You've shot in a gun. Have you ever shot across a football field, Worth?
I've never used a real sniper rifle. Never in my life have I actually used a sniper
It was
rifle.
an AR-15, not a sniper rifle.
Never shot that.
I've used a
I may have shot in a
Russian
sniper
rifle
rifle.
before, and it was
I may have.
maybe 20, 30 yards, and it's not like I could hit the target,
Okay,
but I'm not
I
going to
just
hit
violated
bullseye.
their usage policies. How hard was Crooks? And like he's had training, so according to what I know, from what I've heard, it was not a hard shot for somebody that had some training.
How hard was the...
Like compare it to what's the guy that shot Kennedy?
oh yeah, well that guy was like a... they said he was like a marksman though.
Yeah, what's his name? Fucking
Lee Harvey Oswald?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's the comparison. Shooter distance from Kennedy.
Wow.
No, it says he's closer, right? He's 265 feet.
Yeah, and with an actual rifle with a scope.
Did he have a scope?
I don't know. Do AR-15s do scopes?
I think it does.
He did not. Wait, well, it shows the picture right here. He did have a scope on it.
Who did? Crooks or Oswald?
Crooks did. It looks like he added a scope to it.
That's my understanding. Is he... At least, again, I'm just... From what I heard Rogan talking about...
I mean, to be fair, he did technically hit the target.
Crooks' shot was actually really easy. And Oswald's shot was hard. And I do know they talked about Oswald's shot being very hard in Full Metal Jacket, right? So
well, his shot was hard because it was a moving target, not because of the distance.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's probably true. Okay. Anyways,
this
I don't
shot
know.
was
It doesn't matter.
maybe slightly
Still,
harder
the point
because
is,
AR-15
you shouldn't be able to get on a fucking roof and be able to in shooting distance of the presidents. If the Secret Service has allowed that to happen, you need to fire all of them.
The clear.
That shit is insane that he even was able to get
Yeah.
a shot off.
Oh, and there
It's
was
crazy.
also a big discussion afterwards about like DEI hires for the Secret
Oh,
Service.
Yeah, I'm sure it's partially like it's where the organization's mission happens so rarely that they don't actually need to aim for it, right? Like, just start hiring your friends, whatever. It's probably not going to happen.
Yeah.
I think that's part of it. Is it's like, it's such a rare event. Like, they're not tested on it almost ever. So you might as well just, like, it's just a bureaucracy that's just going to do what bureaucracies do and become slowly incompetent and shitty over time.
Yeah, why does Google suck so much? When I ask one question, it just gives me a bunch of articles
You know why?
about the
Because it's a
assassination.
bureaucracy, and they know you're going to go to Google, so they don't have to try.
You fucking dumbasses. I want to know how hard the shot was.
I know. I can't find it either.
Ask ChatGPT how hard that shot was.
I did.
Actually,
it told me it was against their policies. This is about shooting.
Oh.
Such pricks. Okay, anyways. Okay, shortly, I guess this was the same month with the shit shock. It was actually very close, right? So July 13th, Trump was the first assassination attempt. July 21st, Biden announced his withdrawal after his I think his debate was a little after the shooting. Like, that was a crazy month, right?
Yeah, that was an intense. I feel like this is when 2024 started to pop off.
Yeah. It was like, man, that debate. We were watching it live. It was like, yeah, you could tell he was just like, what? The fuck are you talking about, dude? Anyways, like,
wow. Okay, so hey, ChatGPT let me ask, how hard is it to hit a 400-foot shot with an AR-15? Depends on several factors: rifle setup, shooter skill, environmental conditions.
Okay.
So AR-15 is accurate at ranges exceeding 400 feet with effective ranges of 500 to 600, depending on ammunition and barrel length.
Okay.
Obviously, moving is harder. Wind would make it harder. If you had something to stabilize on, it would be easier.
So he did, because he was on the roof, right? So that's
no, but he didn't have stabilizers on the gun, like something to prop it up on. You know what I mean?
He did.
What do you call those?
I thought it just meant that you could like put it on the roof or something, not like you're standing.
Well, you can't because it has like the barrel, right? So like he didn't have the prongs that come out of the barrel to like set it on the actual roof.
Yeah, okay.
So he was holding it. So what we will settle on. It was a probably low moderate shot.
Okay, fine, whatever. I don't even remember why we were debating. Okay.
Anyways.
Next thing.
Now we're popping off with 2024.
Supreme Court ruled on presidential immunity 6-3 that former presidents have immunity from prosecution for official acts conducted during their tenure. Yep. Okay. I don't know what the ongoing investigation was. I just remember this is where I think I dislike the responses like, oh, now Biden can order people to assassinate. No, like, you can't just order people to assassinate other people. That will not be deemed an official like act of the president, right?
Yeah, that's not how that works.
It has to be an actual act. Like, so much people's propaganda or like I don't know, responses are all retarded. Anyways, NATO summit, no one cares. Eminem made a comeback? This is new to me.
Well, he's been in the news for some time.
Did you know about
he came out with a Death of Slim Shady. I don't really listen to much anymore, but I see those come out. People say the album was good.
He was such a big star for like a long time, and now he comes out.
He's still pretty big in the industry, man.
Is he? I don't like.
You
He's
just don't
definitely
follow
not what
rap.
he was. He was like the king of rap, right?
Whoa. He's grandpa.
Yeah, he still is. In fact, some would say he is the
Is
rap
he?
god.
Is he, Zach? Name one song off of his new album.
I don't. Like I said, I don't follow him anymore.
Exactly.
Really.
Zach.
Oh well, actually,
Can
the
you
death
name
of
any
Slim
of-
Shady.
But we're not
Yeah.
the targeted audience.
Yeah, can you name his other songs from his past?
But
I can.
Yeah, I can name
You
plenty,
can.
but that's when I
Chloe,
followed
can
him.
you name some of his other songs?
Dan?
Yeah. Everyone in this room can name songs from his past. No one can name songs from him now. He's
But
fallen.
my
He's
point
not as
is,
important.
But we're not
He's
targeted
big in the
audience.
rap
We don't listen to
genre,
rap
not-
music.
You don't
but I
listen to
didn't
rap.
listen to it really then. I don't know.
He
I
was
feel
more
he's
pop,
nowhere near.
like he was in the pop culture though.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying,
more
is he's
just in rap culture now.
I see. But that's what I'm saying. He's like nowhere near as big as he was, right? He's like, he's
Well,
tw-
yeah,
he's 2010
yeah,
Michael
it's-
Jackson. He's not 1980 Michael Jackson.
yeah, he's still pretty much considered one of the best rappers of all time,
I'm sure he is. But I feel like his glory is faded.
if not the best. I feel like he's kind of Weird Al now, where like he goes into obscurity for a while, and people are like, "Hey, remember Eminem?" And then suddenly he drops an album. They're like, "Oh yeah, Eminem's back."
Guess who's back? Back
I
again.
think his style of music no longer goes with current to what Billboard and people listening to.
I don't know what the shit
Remember
people
what's
listen to anymore.
What's the most?
No, that's
popular
exactly
songs
right.
of
He doesn't
Billboard?
make pop rap anymore.
Maybe you should start singing about his wet ass dick.
Yes.
That's also why I don't follow him as much, because he makes different kind of rap now.
Oh, yeah. That's the thing is, it's also like the Rolling Stones have been making music the last 30 years. It's just no one listens to it. Because it's
Yeah.
different.
They
just
have
no
their
one cares.
dedicated fans.
Yeah, I'm sure they do. All right. Anyways, moving on. The RNC, nothing important really. Hurricane Beryl. I do remember
More
it being
airstrikes in Yemen. Dude, we're
big thing.
fucking killing Yemen.
Yeah, Yemen is
this
so
year.
huge.
Fuck Yemen, dog.
Back into September, second assassination attempt on Trump.
Wait, what are we?
This one was like, does it count as an attempt if you didn't actually get to the attempt? It was like,
yeah, he was just a
plot.
guy with a gun. He didn't get
it
a
was a
shot
plot,
off.
not an attempt.
Yeah, but again, he got kind of close, as in like he was on his private
Closer
area.
than he should have.
Yeah, like on his private land.
Just months after
hidden.
an attempt.
Yeah, which is like, man,
Trespassing.
you should really catch these guys, right? Anyways.
I feel like it kind of makes it like I said, with the new news, I'm okay if presidents can fear for their lives just a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know. I like for a while, like, what's the last? There hasn't been another. Well, Reagan got attempted, almost died, but it looked like for a long
but that's
time.
a while ago.
Yeah, like the Secret Service had their shit together, or people didn't care enough, and like no one was trying to kill the president for a while, or like no real attempts, nothing even close to get newsworthy, right?
Yeah, but if everything
No,
goes on well,
not at all. There was a shoe attempt at Bush.
Yeah, a shoe. Okay, I'll forgive the Secret Service for letting a shoe get past them. Right? It wasn't a gun.
Actually, to be fair, he dodged him like a boss.
He did. I do remember that.
dexterity, man. I bet you Biden couldn't dodge that.
But yeah, isn't it weird that
No,
it was so long?
He would probably get a concussion from a shoe hitting him.
Mm-hmm.
Then next thing you know, all the press conference, everybody has to go shoeless.
No,
no more shoes allowed.
That's right. Maybe we'll all have to take him off whenever we go anywhere, just like at the airport.
Conference. Go on.
Even if Biden
It'd be
got
like stepping in an Asian household, shoes off.
Got slippers.
All right. Next thing. Tim Waltz selected as the VP.
The temple
Do you think?
guy.
Yeah. Do you think he was a good pick?
No.
I think he did what he was supposed to and had
Be a white man? That was it.
male relatable guy.
But he wasn't.
The
though.
male relatable guy.
But he wasn't though.
You don't think so?
What
do you
why
mean?
Was he relatable?
Seemed relatable for most people I know that were into.
Really? All I remember is he's a tampon guy.
Yeah.
What else?
I don't
Is
know.
he what?
He's a tampon guy.
Like, if he sat down on Rogan or somewhere like that and talked to the guy for 3 hours and came across as being an actual guy, maybe, but he
I
didn't.
do want 3-hour interviews with all of our
Yes,
candidates.
exactly.
From now on.
So that's like he didn't, right?
Yeah.
So complete failure. Like if you couldn't select a guy that could do that,
Well,
then you
he
failed.
couldn't do it because Kamala would never do it.
Mhm.
No, but
That would look
Waltz
bad.
could have done it. No, he could have done it.
Yeah.
Just because he's supposed to be the male representative of their team. So I think he could have done it.
No,
But he didn't, because I don't think he would have done very well at it.
No, I think Kamala
You know what?
is
Bernie's done it.
fearing that
Yeah, exactly.
If Tim was doing better, they might take Tim as a primary running
Yeah.
person.
And also, I don't know if you watched the VP debate.
Oh,
He's not very bright. He got destroyed by Vance. Like
Hmm.
it wasn't
Yeah,
even
I did
close.
not watch it.
Like they even showed the going in and going out where JD Vance started very unfavorable, came out okay, he won the debate. Like he just I don't think Tim
not
Walz
come off
sounded
well.
like a smart guy at all. That's where I think I was for sure he's definitely a bad pick. Like I bet she was kicking herself in the head for not picking the Shapiro guy, or I actually always thought he should go with Mark Kelly, the guy that was an astronaut in Arizona.
Yeah, that seemed like that would have been a good choice.
Don't pick anyone smarter.
Yeah.
Didn't you see the trend?
Yes,
Everybody
I know.
picks one that's a little bit dumber.
I know. The problem is, I do think I would have looked at it and been like, why can't he be president? Because he's better, right? This guy,
better.
One, I saw him in some interviews when he was being, considered. They showed some, and he's like, okay, he sounds like a smart person. It's pretty reasonable. And then, plus he was an astronaut, and he was in the military. His wife got shot in the head because she was a representative. He stuck by her, all this stuff. There's so many things that, this guy
That sounds way
has such a
better.
great story. I honestly think he said, no, I think he declined Harris. He said, I think, they won't tell why, but I think he said, I don't want to lose with you. I think he might be the Democratic, he might be the nominee for president next time. Maybe if Trump's administration doesn't go very well, then he'll run. If not, no one wants to be the
Democrats
loser, right?
have been very professional at losing.
Yeah. I think he saw the Harris campaign. I was like, no, thank you. I don't want to lose.
I'm still shocked. Honestly, the only reason Biden won was because Trump did really bad with COVID. That's the only reason.
Exactly. That's it.
It wasn't because Biden did well. It was because Trump did poorly.
Well, it's just, and the inflation thing also is both things were COVID, number one. Number two, nothing they had to do with it. There's no good response to it.
Nothing.
If COVID happens, no matter who's president, the economy's going to tank. Yep.
Exactly.
There's no good response.
But it's going to look bad for whoever the president is at that time.
A lot of times the president is just the rainmaker, right? He's the guy that does the dance, and if it rains, you go, "Thank you, guy. You did the dance."
Yeah,
what you do is you do like Xerxes or whoever.
You
no, it wasn't Xerxes. You go out and you whip the germs and punish them for their bad deeds.
Yeah,
and you do it publicly so everyone can see.
See, I'm doing my
How
job.
Dare you?
So up until then, the economy was crazily good, and he was a lock for re-election. Then COVID, and then it was nope.
Mm-hmm.
So crazy.
Hey, here's a rapper I follow, Kendrick Lamar. Released his album.
Why have I heard
Great
that
album.
name? Where is that? Oh, we're skipping Prisoner Swap with Russia.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, we did a little swapperoo.
Was this where we got the one lady basketball player back?
I think so.
No, this is American Journalist. This one I
No,
don't
it wasn't.
remember.
Wasn't that chick? Wasn't the weed smoker?
Yeah, terrible weed smoker. Kendrick Lamar. Introspective content. Is it good? I don't know. I have no idea about it. What does he sing? Would I know anything
I don't
that
know,
this guy sings?
Do you listen to any Kendrick Lamar? Do you
No,
listen
that's
to
why I'm
any
asking
rap?
you. Is it famous enough that I would randomly know something? What's his
When's
biggest
the last-
Kendrick
song?
Lamar had beef with Drake.
No, okay. What's his biggest song? What's a song that maybe I would recognize
Ooh, Kendrick's biggest song. It's probably off the Damn album. Trying to think of which one.
Like I can recognize some Kanye maybe?
DNA, you probably
Doesn't
might
he
have heard.
the one
Or
with
Loyalty. I got loyalty in my blood. No?
that sounds maybe a little familiar.
Never heard of it. I actually never heard of it.
I might
Yeah.
I might
You've
that
had to
sounds
heard
somewhat
something off the
familiar.
Damn album. It was played a
Yeah,
lot.
I'm pretty sure I heard
DNA
it.
or Loyalty.
Kanye
or
is the one
Humble.
with the gold
Sit
digger
down, bitch.
lyric,
Be
right?
humble.
I ain't saying she a gold digger.
What's that?
Who says I ain't saying she's a gold digger? That's Kanye's West song, right?
I think that's Kanye.
So I
Yeah, it's
think I
Kanye.
recognize that one for sure. That one got that one's got enough cultural
I
status,
hear
I know.
Kendrick Lamar things all the time. Like that's why I was saying you've probably heard "Sit down, bitch. Be humble."
This all sounds familiar, like I'd probably have heard it. But then it could just be generic rap. Let me just
Here,
if I
listen
Google,
to this.
let
a
me
clip of this and
Okay.
see.
So what I was about
Sit
to do.
down, bitch. Be humble.
I don't hear shit.
I just put it in the thing. You gotta
Oh,
play it.
video is unavailable.
You gotta click just visit site. Like click it. And I don't know why it won't play in the thing.
Oh, watch on YouTube. Okay. Here, Chloe, see if you recognize this.
Yeah, hey, I remember syrup sandwiches and crime allowances for no list. Girl,
The whole damn album's great.
That beat sounds familiar.
I would say you probably have inadvertently heard a lot of his songs.
The beat sounds familiar, but I wouldn't be able to sing it, but it sounds familiar to me. So yeah, I probably inadvertently heard it somewhere.
Yeah.
Let's see. Typhoon Bebisnika's impact on Shanghai?
Oh,
They evacuated 400,000 people.
I don't know.
What was this? What?
Your
When
parents
did
weren't
that?
impacted? This is in
June?
September.
No, I don't
Did it
think
go?
they were impacted.
All right.
iPhone.
Not apparently important enough.
Next 3, baby.
Almost
Let's see
done.
if ChatGPT missed any important ones. Doesn't look like it.
October. Another averting government shutdown. God, the news plays that up so much every time it's up, right?
It's never
So
a
annoying.
big thing.
The only thing they
No,
show-
no, it was one a decade ago. It actually got canceled, right?
Oh.
The only thing that they would show is that there's trash on the street not being picked
Yeah.
up. That's the biggest.
No,
cause.
the biggest thing is they closed national parks.
Oh. Okay.
That's the biggest thing. Is you can't go to Yosemite or wherever
Oh no.
because the rangers won't let you in. That's the biggest thing.
That is.
But it was. When did that happen? Was it under? I think it was during Obama's term. It happened.
Okay.
Was the Republicans controlled Congress?
The deficit?
Yeah, they
Hmm.
actually didn't pass the spending bill, and they had a small
Yeah.
government shutdown. So only
I do
essential
remember that
services-
actually. I remember the government shut down for a little bit.
Yeah, it was like a month, and it
Everyone
it
was like,
wasn't a
"What's that
big
even
deal.
mean? What's that? What
But
does that mean?"
Then again, all the Democrats came out and was like, "Oh my God, the world is over. We're all gonna die." The Republicans were like,
How could
can't
you
go
let
to a
this
park."
happen?
And also, you can actually do it, but you just wouldn't have a ranger there. You don't have to close it.
Yeah.
But no, we will close it. You're not allowed to go in. It's like you don't have to.
It's
The
the
same-
worst.
The same thing that annoyed the shit out of me during COVID is they closed beaches.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, we know for sure outside does not matter.
Yeah.
We there's
Like,
so much evidence, but still, I
This
couldn't
is
go
the
to
place you
beach.
should be.
Yeah, Chloe and I got turned away because we didn't realize at one point,
Yeah.
and they were like, "No, it's closed." Like, what the fuck is it closed for?
You don't
Yeah,
know.
there's
Anyways.
people that are like talking about not going for walks and stuff. I'm like, that's the one thing you should be doing during all this is going
Exactly.
outside.
Fucking crazy. Anyways,
All those germs in the ocean.
yeah. No, we knew it was like you have to be in a contained room. Like within the first 6 months, we knew for sure it's breathing outside is okay.
Yeah, of course.
But it took him like a year and a half to like allow outdoor
Isn't
dining.
it just
or
kind
some
of
shit.
logical for most airborne diseases, like being outside? It's hard to
It depends
easily
on how
contact from
much
person to
it
person outside.
spreads. It depends. I'm sure some are not killed by UV light, but like they did
Oh, that's
so
why.
many
It's because it's also
studies
killed by UV.
and
No,
found
most
it,
are
right?
killed by UV lights.
Yeah,
Organisms.
most are.
Like, there's not a whole lot of things that can survive in UV light.
Yeah.
A tardigrade does.
But there are. Like, if I sneeze in your face outside, you're going to get it, right?
Well, it's the time.
Yeah,
right?
that's like
It's how
direct
long
contact,
exposure
Yeah.
under
basically.
UV.
Yeah. Yeah,
Like,
I don't
even
know.
a hospital that bring out UV light to sanitize the room,
Mhm.
you're supposed to leave there and let it work for 20 minutes.
Uh-huh.
Then you shut it off, right?
Yeah.
It takes time.
All right, what's next?
Okay.
Wow, a lot of Taylor Swift news.
Don't care.
Israel Hamas escalated. Inflation upticked slightly. Taylor Swift ended the
That's
tour.
just been happening the whole time.
Did we miss the P. Diddy story?
Yeah, they didn't actually have the P. Diddy stuff.
Or it's not part of the politics. I feel like it's connected.
Well, we can bring
Yeah,
it up.
they
P.
only have-
Diddy is a diddler.
P. Diddy diddled.
And you know what? Not surprised.
They indicted Jay-Z, right? Just recently?
Yep.
Yeah, uh-huh.
And then everyone's thinking it's Jennifer Lopez is the unnamed celebrity woman, right?
See, look at this. All the good rappers, like Tupac,
raping
they die
people.
young and they don't diddle kids.
Oh, yeah, I saw the big thing is also they're pretty sure Diddy was behind the hit on Tupac, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think they're bringing up charges for that as well.
Jeez.
He's a diddler and a killer.
Mm-hmm.
Good call.
Well, you know,
It's kind of weird, like, being in this era of, like, big celebrities
going down.
coming out as, like, pervs, like, with kids and raping. It's like, why, like, when you're that rich, I guess you've just had sex with so many other women, you're just like, now I need to diddle kids. It's the only thing that gets me going now.
So crazy.
You know, it's only rich people, right? Like, I guess it's not only rich people. We
No,
have
they had
plenty
that
of...
whole TV show where they caught the other guys.
Yeah, I guess it's not only rich people. It's just rich people also go
By the way,
that route.
did you see? You know the comedian Shane Gillis, right?
Who's that?
Hello.
Uh-huh.
He had a
Yeah.
bit about that TV show. I just saw that was funny.
It was a wild TV show.
Yeah, he was talking about how like most of them were either mentally challenged or Indian people.
Wait, what?
Do you know what I'm talking? You don't know. You weren't here during the U.S. in that time, right? You know
That's wild.
Chris Hansen, right?
I heard of Chris Hansen.
So he set up little like stings to catch.
Kind of like a...
To catch a predator. Is
Yeah,
what
it was called To Catch a Predator. So he had a 18-year-old girl. She was actually 18, but she looked really young. And she would lure people in, telling them that she was only 15 and wanted the guys to come over and, you know, do the deed with her. And then he would just sit there with cameras and arrest the guy, basically, that came over to do it, thinking she was going to bang a 15-year-old. And so the comedian was like, it's either basically mentally challenged people that they caught, which was true. Most of them were retarded. Or Indian people who were like, yes, I came here. Because he would have a conversation with them. And the joke was, they would just be like, yeah, I came here to do it. Like, what's wrong? This is fine in my culture. she wanted it? Like, what?
What's the problem? I don't get it.
Like, where they were just confused. And the mentally challenged people where it was like, are you just preying on, like, really mentally handicapped people that cannot get... They, like, no matter who texted them saying, I'll have sex, they'll go.
Wild.
Right?
Wild times, the 90s.
Yeah. That was early 2000s. That was 2000s.
Was it? I
Yeah.
thought that was 90s.
Yeah, I definitely remember watching it in my dorm room. So, yes. But anyways, that was funny to me because I just saw him do his bit like maybe yesterday or today or something. I don't know. Anyways.
Yeah, Shane Gillis is great.
Let's see, what else?
I got Kendrick Lamar stuck in my head now.
Okay, our last podcast was on November 5th for the presidential election. That's how long it
Yeah,
takes for us to
we
do the
covered that
podcast
one.
deck. November surge in ground farm growth, blah, blah, blah. Post Malone tour. Okay, I don't care. Oh, Biden pardoned. So we're in December now.
yeah.
Biden pardoned his
Oh
son.
yeah, Biden pardoned his son. That was funny. He said, "Oh fuck it."
Oh, the funniest part was he said, and all like he wrote it. No, he wrote it for all crimes committed up to, and then he wrote
Yeah, I
like
saw he
tomorrow.
included further.
So like, yeah, technically that guy could have been like had a wild fucking night.
Yeah, I'm gonna get fucking crazy tonight.
Every federal he could have gone to people's mailboxes and just taken the mail out and pissed on them in front of cops. Nothing they could do. Not a goddamn thing. He could just start wiping his ass with the mail.
Well, what if he just like got a machine gun and started, mass murder a bunch of people?
No, that's a state offense.
That's okay.
That's the thing. That's why the mail, because it's a federal offense.
Okay.
Right? You do anything you want with the mail.
Just wipe his ass with people's mail.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'm opening all the letters.
Like, come on. If he had a neighbor he didn't like, he should have just walked over, opened the mailbox, taken it out, ripped it up, and thrown it in the trash. Giving him a big finger, and that's it.
Stole the package right off his porch and just said, "It's mine now, bitch."
Yeah, there's nothing they can do.
That's fucking funny. I said, I'm pardoned.
Anyways. All right, next one. Oh, actually, there was one more thing I wanted to say. They talk about like Trump, maybe his things were bullshit, but at least one Biden or Hunter Biden thing charge that I know I believe is bullshit, right? He lied on a phone.
I have no idea. I don't follow that because I really don't care about a president's son getting in trouble.
Well, one of it was he lied on a form to get a gun where they ask, "Have you done illegal drugs in the past year?" And he said no, obviously, because they won't give you the gun if you say yes.
Right, yeah.
And then,
right.
Obviously, on his computer, there are pictures of him smoking crack cocaine.
Hunter guys are
fucking hilarious.
I like him.
Yeah. Two, that is
I'm a fan.
It's a bullshit law. Like, it's none of your fucking business, all right? Like, the Second Amendment doesn't say you have a right to arms as long as you're not having fun.
As long as you're not smoking crack.
Like,
wow. Forefathers really thought ahead on that one.
It's a victimless crime. He's just doing drugs. That was bullshit. But there were other ones where maybe he was taking money from some Ukraine thing. Yeah. That one's more complicated, where I'd have to really look through it to understand it. And I don't have an opinion yet, because it wasn't worth my time.
To be fair, I think our forefathers were probably smoking weed and drinking alcohol all the fucking time.
Yeah, obviously.
So they were probably like, guns are better with drugs.
Okay, where is Angola? Tell me which continent Angola is on. Quick, Zach.
I'm going to go with Africa.
I think so, too. Yes, we're both right. Okay, first time Biden ever visited there. Or a president
I'm
ever
fucking
visited.
genius.
Oh, yeah,
actually, it said in the next
that.
thing.
Yeah. I just saw first visit Angola. I was like, who the fuck is Angola?
As you kept scrolling, I was like, wait a second. It actually had the answer.
I have no idea. Angora, Angolan. Maybe you're just mispronouncing Angola. I have no idea.
Dude, why is there a third thing about Taylor Swift? My God, we don't care.
Yeah, you know why? Because she's big on the internet.
Yeah, it's true. So it's born from the internet, and so it's like most popular stories. Wow, Taylor Swift.
That's pretty.
Dude, it doesn't even have the biggest thing of December.
What was it? Oh, yeah, because I don't think they're gonna go up. Okay, so we need to talk about the last thing. The shooter.
Yeah, the most important one, I think.
Yeah.
The guy that shot the United
Luigi
Health,
Mangione.
and everyone was like, maybe we don't look for him so hard.
I'm alright with that.
Dude, I love this story.
Well, I mean, it does seem like he was just schizo, though, right? From what I see.
I don't give a shit. I want copycat killers. I want 100 a day.
I don't know.
Well,
based on the org chart, we could.
Yeah, I know. Oh, I saw they're scrubbing their web pages now, so you can't clearly figure it out.
This is the only way we'll ever get real change in America, I feel like.
Yeah, I just...
Especially dealing with the healthcare system.
Oh yeah,
Mm.
I heard after this incident, the Blue Shield canceled their policy, which they will refuse to pay for the anesthesia.
Yeah, the anesthesia. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah, yeah.
Like,
That was
whoa,
such a
smart
crazy
Blue Cross Blue
policy.
Shield's like, you know what? Maybe we don't go through this really terrible policy we're about to do.
Because it's like, you know, the killdozer guy, right?
Yep.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm betting the bureaucrats in that city are never thinking, yeah, that guy is saying, you know, let's not hold out for the bribes, right? You know, every now and then you
Yeah.
need to let the people in charge know. But I still feel like insurance companies aren't necessarily 100% the biggest ones. Like the AMA. Someone needs to look up the AMA, people.
What's the AMA?
The American Medical Association. They're the
Oh yeah,
basically the
Yeah.
doctors' union, essentially. The ones that say,
I'm with you on that too.
let's only graduate so many doctors a year so we can keep our just so many, right? And then this is where,
Yeah,
like,
I'm just for most CEOs. Let's say
yeah.
banks.
These are lobbyists, AMA. They're lobbyists, basically.
Oh,
setting
even
the law.
better.
That's where I think, like, it's an unholy alliance between the insurance companies and the AMA and the government, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Because I don't know if just shooting the CEOs
Oh.
of
Well, that definitely sends a message.
insurance companies
also-
completely change it.
I see one of the things that actually, if this is the guy
Oh, that's
that got him caught, was the backpack he was wearing
Oh, yeah,
is
read
made
that
by a
today.
company, Peak Design, and they do serial numbers on it so they could look up exactly who bought
Oh.
this.
I've never seen a brand
Backpack.
taking
But
this
wait.
fast.
Why is that now the story? I thought it was some lady at McDonald's.
Well, I think that's how they knew who it was, like the name of the person before he got
No,
caught
they-
at
No. They
McDonald's.
said they didn't know his name. They said he wasn't on his radar. There is so much.
Oh, well, it's
Yeah.
what we call conflicting stories from
Yeah.
what we
there
are
is so
reported.
much parallel construction. You know parallel construction, right? Like, I think that's
Mm-mm.
all that's going on here. That's why their accounts are so bullshitty. So parallel construction is when the cops do something illegal. Say they break into your house and then gather evidence, right? And then they take
I
that
see what you're
evidence and they
saying.
go and they put it in somewhere where they are allowed to see, and they go, "We found it here," or
I
they
100%
or they
know
say,
that's
like-
probably happening.
like. So I think they for sure were surveilling shit that they're not actually allowed to surveil.
and I
right,
also think
and
the
they
guy
picked it
might
up.
get away with it because of some of this terrible police work.
Yeah. Like, I think I wonder what's going to happen with a jury, because it's going to be so hard to find a jury that is not.
Dude, I've never seen such a public outpouring. Like,
yeah.
right, left, center, everyone's like, we really don't care.
Well,
Fuck
there's so
that
many.
guy.
There are these lawyers on TikTok I read, and they went all over, like, they're going to challenge everybody that has ever had any issue with insurance will immediately be dismissed from the jury. Like, there's
Yeah, but
so many
who's
outs.
left?
I know, that's the problem. That's where I said, like, like, I don't know how many, like, how stupid.
How
and
many jurors can you
uninformed
go through?
do you have to be to go to that jury and be technically qualified because you don't have an opinion? Like, are you basically
Right.
brain dead retarded? And then maybe you could qualify to be on the
They
jury.
need to find a
Who
jury
in
that
America is
has
going to be like, I
been
love the
like
healthcare
this.
system?
Yeah,
They need to start using foreigners.
yeah,
Not
it's
just
crazy.
the foreigners in here, but foreigners actually in foreign country.
Maybe that's who they'll find.
They're like, wow,
Wait.
compared to where I was, it's great.
Maybe they will find newly made citizens that barely speak English.
Oh my God.
Uh-huh.
Right?
Uh-huh.
Like, they got
And
through
haven't-
the family
haven't-
program, right?
And haven't lived here long enough.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay? Not
There are
that.
ones that get in through the family program, like grandparents, right?
Uh-huh.
And they get to be citizens, even though a lot of times they can't speak fucking English or anything, right?
Mhm.
Just because they have a U.S. citizen family member.
Uh-huh.
The ones with the anchor babies. So they can become, if they get them, they don't speak any English, I think that could be a jury. There's a bunch of people that don't speak any English. Other than that, like,
But even if you don't speak English, as long as you live in this country. Why would
No.
you announce that you're being screwed by an insurance company?
I think, well, even then, yeah, because probably most of those people are old. But still, they won't know what's going on. I don't know how much they talk about insurance on Telemundo.
But yeah, I already see there like the lawyers already fighting for bail because in Pennsylvania you are like legally obligated to give bail unless it's like very specific crimes, and he's not being charged for those in Pennsylvania.
Oh.
And so like the fact that they denied bail is already them going above and like
'Cause he
above the
shot
law.
the guy in New York, right?
Yeah, but he's in Pennsylvania,
what's
and
his-
the
what's
charges
his
in
actual-
Pennsylvania are different, so the bail should be set for him.
What's his actual crime in Pennsylvania? What did he do? Just planning
It was
a
like
murder?
possession of illegal weapon. God, there was something else. It was
Okay.
a couple
But
of
as
like
soon as he
bullshit
walks
charges
out
that they could get him.
of the jail for that, does he immediately go to New York jail, or is it's like, okay, he has that case, so New York?
I think he has to do
wait?
that whole case there. They're trying to extradite him to New York for that case, though.
Yeah,
But they're
okay, that's
fighting
what
the
I said, like,
extradition too.
He'll just go to New York eventually because that's where the much heavier charge of murder.
Right, but he
divorce,
should,
right?
but he should be out on bail already, legally speaking, from Pennsylvania. Like his lawyer has
There's
talked about this with the
probably
public,
a
and then he's
law
already
that-
filing a. I don't know if it's an appeal, but he's filing something like saying like there's literally no reason why he shouldn't have bail
Trying
right
to
now,
hide
like legally.
someone that is out on bail. Yes. Okay.
Can
damn.
you what?
I was just. Is it legal? Is it a crime to hide someone that is out on bail? Because I was wondering, can people just It's called harboring a fugitive. Okay. I've heard that term before.
That's where that comes from. Huh?
Damn it.
Oh, I saw the greatest journalism ever too with this story.
Mm.
They had journalists outside the prison where he's staying at,
Mhm.
and they were talking to the prisoners where the Luigi's at and asking them questions, and they're shouting through like where they're staying at the because they're watching the news program, so they could answer the newscaster by shouting out
Oh, that's funny.
like yes and no questions. It was great. They're like asking like, does Luigi have a TV? And they're all you could hear them like shouting no. They're like, does he have poor conditions? They're like, yes. And they're just shouting like free Luigi and stuff. It was like even the prisoners are okay with everything. It's quite obvious no one cares.
That's funny.
I'm pretty sure some of them went in there because the insurance company screwed them.
Hmm.
Again, it's like
But-
trying to find a jury that's impartial to this. It's like harder than finding a Powerball number.
It's impossible, man. I really just hope there's at least one copycat killer that's somewhat good because I feel like one instance is enough to strike a little fear, but like a copycat is like when it really kicks in.
Mm. But they'll probably just get crazy security details, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure they do right now, right?
Yeah, I
Like,
think that's
they're
all that's
probably
gonna
like
happen.
not doing any
Like,
public meetings or anything.
do you think the system will actually change, even if they kill 10? Do you think they'll actually
Oh,
start,
I
like,
feel like at 10 it might start getting really weird.
I think that they'll just beef it up security and then they'll replace whoever.
I mean, they are millionaires, so the chances they can beef up security.
Like, I'm not
are
saying the
pretty
CEO
nice.
isn't somewhat responsible and, whatever.
Mhm.
But I don't
I don't know.
exactly who you have to take out. Like, the board of directors
But-
is the guy that appoints the CEO.
But will I be celebrating if more copycat kills happen, even if change doesn't? Yes.
Part of the thing that they need to
Eh.
do, though, is after the shootings,
Uh-huh.
you take their wallet, okay? You look for their insurance card, and you take it away. So they go to the hospital, and then the doctors are like, well, let's put him low priority, because I think, maybe he could make it.
He doesn't have
Uh-huh.
insurance.
Oh, also that was a weird thing too. One of those like you were talking about, whatever you called it, parallel. What is it?
Parallel construction, where you make up the reason you
Construction.
arrested him because of the way you
Where
really
when
arrested
you've already
him was
done
illegal. Well, the way
Yeah.
that you actually found out that you confirmed that he was the bad guy or committed the crime was illegal. Right.
it. Yeah,
That's
exactly.
what I think is. I think they have a lot of illegal surveillance, just like the what Snowden revealed about what they're tracking on our phones. I think there's way more illegal surveillance that they're doing, that they have. That is fully illegal.
100%.
And now they're just coming up with reasons why they actually found him when they
Yeah,
didn't
and
really
it's
find him
not.
that way.
It's
at
gonna
all.
look so terrible in court, though.
Well, it doesn't matter because he for sure really did it. We're pretty sure the guy did it. I do think like
Probably,
maybe they
but it
planted
doesn't
the
matter
stuff
if
on him. Like I wouldn't be surprised if some of the like he had a passport. If they're like, yeah, just write up a manifesto and put that on him. Like,
Oh, that was
doesn't
it
matter.
too. He had the fake IDs on him. That was one of the charges as well
Oh yeah.
in Pennsylvania. But one of the other things is they released like he dropped the bag in New York with Monopoly money in it, but then he also got caught with the bag with all that shit in it in Pennsylvania. So he had 2 bags this whole time, as well as like 3 different coats.
Yeah. Yeah. Again,
It's all really confusing.
That's why it's all very sketchy and weird. But again, it could make some sense in that he does seem like he's a crazy person. Like he lost his mind. Like or
Look,
again,
you
this
have to
could be
lose it a
things they're
little
coming
bit to
up
shoot
with.
somebody.
But no, like he seems to have been slowly suffering from schizophrenia. Like he, because people were first saying maybe it was his back or something he lost, but also he went to like a therapist and he had some vision problem. Like he had all these like stereotypical.
Well, he definitely had back problems. I was like,
Yeah.
even on his Twitter profile, it showed like the pins from the surgery, like the X-rays where he got it.
But he was also showing lots of reported symptoms of early stage schizophrenia. Like there's something you report about your vision for schizophrenics, and also
how do we know that?
I don't know.
You're not supposed to release anything about therapy
I'm sure journalists digging through all this shit. But also he like his manifesto seems to be clearly written by a schizophrenic. But I'm not entirely convinced that wasn't planted by a cop.
Yeah, I still don't believe the whole manifesto thing.
Yeah.
That one didn't seem like the same guy who planned out this killing. Because he's definitely a smart person.
Yeah, but well, you can be smart and schizophrenic.
No, I'm just saying, like...
matter. That's what, like...
That's true.
From what I saw, it seems like he's a smart person that was losing his mind. Like he was just.
I don't know. I haven't seen anything about him being schizophrenic.
What's his Luigi?
This whole time.
Schizophrenic. Posting that might be in the. Okay, here's a Medium article about why he may be schizophrenic.
A Medium article.
Mood swings. Oh God, nope, can't go through because it's a paywall. Let me go to Twitter. Luigi schizophrenia.
But as I said, I don't doubt
he's at 26. He's in the sweet spot of age and gender for onset of schizophrenia.
I do know that is like literally usually the onset.
Yeah, going from a valedictorian and very successful to complete paranoia crazed individual seems like the markings of a developed schizophrenia.
Hell yeah,
there's
brother.
a New York Times article that dropped a little bit today. Visual problems. There, he consulted with others online about seeing visual snow, which is a neurological condition in which a person's vision is obscured by flickering dots. These are a common precursor to schizophrenia. So yeah, he has online postings about seeing snow, visual snow, which is a very common precursor.
Maybe he was just outside in wintertime, dog.
Okay, the guy. Oh, the remember the Joker shooting guy? The guy that dressed up as the Joker and shot up a theater? Oh, yeah. He also had visual snow leading up to his shooting. That guy was for sure schizo. Like,
All
no
I'm
doubt about
saying
that
is
one.
I hope we have more people seeing snow that also have problems
Yeah.
with the healthcare system.
I mean, that's partially what happens is whatever's in the media, the schizophrenics latch onto, right?
yes,
Like,
very
it
much
seemed like
so.
this guy, when he was a smart person, well, he's still a smart person, just with schizophrenia. But before he had
Yeah.
schizophrenia, he had a good reads, that list, where he was reading a lot about healthcare. Then he got schizophrenia, and that, like, I'm really suspicious of the healthcare turned into, I need to murder the healthcare people. Like, so, I
love it.
mean, it's, that's what happens with, whatever they're, if they watch a lot of news, whatever's in the news, the schizos are going to latch onto.
Yeah, I mean that's why they like if there's a lot of UFO sightings, they become UFO people or government.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It tends to be a lot of government stuff.
Mm.
Oh, speaking of which, that's another news story. All the drones in New Jersey.
Oh, I haven't been following that. All I know is something about drones in New Jersey, and we don't know what they are, but they're safe.
Wait, what?
Yes. So there's so many drones in New Jersey that they held the conference, and also were thinking about declaring a limited state of emergency, and they don't know what they are. And but like you said, but we also know they're not foreign and they're not being harmful,
Fuck does any of that
which is
mean?
really confusing.
Yeah.
I think they're
So they must-
to the
this is-
Chinese balloon thing.
This is the New Jersey government saying this, or the federal government?
Federal.
Okay.
New Jersey is upset because they're not being told what the fuck these things are
Oh.
I see.
and why they thought about declaring the state of emergency. But the federal government saying,
Nah, that's cool.
we know they're not foreign entities and we know they're not being harmful, but we don't know what they are.
But we don't know what
Which
they
means
are.
they probably know what they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, they said they're claiming they don't know what they are either, but it's like that's really confusing because you just said they're not foreign entities. So if you have to know that they're not that.
I think all this UFO weird shit is all about the U.S. trying to just tell China there's some things we know that you don't, or we have things. I don't know.
I
Some
thought
weird
it was just maybe
propaganda.
them testing drones that they have.
Yeah, but there's also been a lot of, like, what seems like official or semi-official accounts of government officials saying maybe UFOs are real.
Oh yeah.
But it seems like it's
There's been two of
we
those.
actually have very
I've gone down the
advanced
UFO
stuff.
rabbit hole because I really want aliens to exist
No, I just
and
don't
UFOs to be real.
I
So
don't
I've gone down
believe
those
that
rabbit holes.
shit at all. I don't believe there's any aliens, okay? I think the government official policies are like, we just basically want China to know we
Hey.
have advanced shit.
You
Super
really
advanced stuff.
like
We want them to know we have so advanced
Joe
of
Rogan
things we have to
guest?
explain.
Have you not watched the Bob Lazar one?
Yeah, I thought he was full of shit. Bob Lazar was full of shit, and Joe Rogan's
Where did
dumb
you
for
get that?
believing him.
I thought Bob Lazar might have been the most
No.
credible person I've
I
seen
thought
on
he
there.
was just full of crap. It all sounded sketchy as shit, and I thought he sounded like a nutter. And I thought Joe Rogan was dumb for
What?
believing him. I did watch like an hour and a half of that.
I highly disagree with that. I
No.
don't see where you got nutter from.
This is one where I was like, Joe Rogan's getting it wrong. Like, I want a physicist in there talking to this guy, not Joe Rogan. A real physicist. He knows lots of them. He should have brought real physicists in. Because a lot of the things he said just sounded sketchy and, like, it just seemed bullshitty. It's been so long, I don't remember the details, but I do remember.
I mean, the guy is super smart.
Bob Lazar? I don't think so.
He worked at those places that he said he worked
really?
at. There's like actual, yes. You see, you haven't even seen the documentary about it where they actually show like the
selective documentary.
news articles of it that actually quote him working there and stuff too. That
Working
they
there
proved
as
he
in
worked
where?
there. Oh shit, I forget the name of the place that they say he didn't work at now.
I don't think there's any place.
Bob Lazar work. Oh, I forget the place where they claimed he didn't actually work. Los Alamos Mason Physics Facility.
Okay. So he did or he didn't work there?
He did. That's what I'm saying. They have actual. They're claiming he didn't, but they found articles about him that show him working there, and they found some employees that confirmed he worked there.
Okay. And these employees are part of the vast conspiracy. They knew they were working on alien stuff. I still think this is all horseshit. Like, it all
Okay.
comes to the
I mean,
blatant,
you're arguing
like,
with newspapers that said he worked there.
No,
from,
I'm not arguing with
these
any
are
of that.
old newspapers.
I don't care about the details. The general notion that aliens are coming here and just hiding it is fucking crazy and absurd. They have these, like...
You see, to you it's absurd, and that's why you think Bob Lazar's a liar.
Maybe.
Because you think he's nutty because the idea's nutty. Do you... I don't think you think he's nutty. You think the idea is nutty, and therefore he's nutty.
He was nutty. But
what's that?
I think I remember watching it and remembering thinking he was nutty, but I don't remember the details because it's been a couple 3 years, 2, 3. I don't know. Remember when I watched it. It's been a while. I don't remember the details, but I thought he was sketchy. But
also, what about the?
But just wait, just going to the general idea.
Go ahead.
That aliens capable of interstellar travel are coming here and maybe leaving little clues. They're fucking capable of interstellar travel. And they're abducting people and shoving things up their asshole and accidentally crashing ships and leaving them for people to be studied.
None of the ones I followed have talked about the anal probing.
No, okay, but this guy said he worked on. I do remember he said he worked on a spaceship that they had, right?
No, he worked on the propulsion system of a supposed spaceship.
Yeah, okay.
He got to walk into the spaceship one time to see where it would be inside the spaceship.
Here's the point. There's a spaceship. The general story is there's a spaceship, a crashed spaceship that the federal government had.
Mm-hmm.
And he works at a facility that studies this crashed spaceship.
Correct.
Okay. So
that is the general...
Okay. You're telling me a civilization capable of interstellar travel takes a spaceship from a star system far away, can put it in Earth, but can't land the fucking thing properly. It just crashes.
Well, to be fair,
all of that.
That's
so absurd. It's just absurd.
First off,
the very premise.
You're assuming aliens.
That's the general idea.
First off, it could be one. If we discovered travel, galactic travel or whatever, interstellar travel, most likely we wouldn't be sending ourselves in them. We would have to send something else. Okay. Like picture AI beings, right? These aren't necessarily them in the spacecrafts, right?
So it's a drone.
Most likely we wouldn't be the ones inside a spacecraft if we did interstellar travel. If we wanted to send out and explore the stars, right? So there's that. First off, there's that. Second off, I like the equivalent of remember this is something else I'll bring up with this one guy whose book I'm reading right now about this. He makes the comparison of like, it's amazing that we can do air flight, right? Like we can travel the airs and we can go from country to country via air flight and everything. But guess what? Sometimes a bird hits an engine and crashes a plane. And then you say, like, how could humans be so stupid to have like a bird crash a plane? Like, we're so much more intelligent than them.
First of all, almost never. Actually,
literally one of the most famous ones.
Almost never.
The New York one. That's what happened when he had to crash land into the river.
Oh, the one they made a movie where Denzel is the guy?
Yeah, that was from a bird hitting the engine.
But did he die? No, they have the emergency landing procedures. But second of all,
but you're acting like there's not. You're pretending like you could know anything about what these are. You just think because they're interstellar, they can't crash.
Okay, they could crash. The odds of it are phenomenally low. Just like the odds of...
How do you know the odds?
Because the odds of an airplane crashing are phenomenally low. And that's just going.
Yeah.
Then we just have the technology to go from country to country. So if they only sent one, are you saying they only sent one, and the very one that they just happened to send crashed?
Oh,
But
I
that
don't
guy
think
was
it's
saying
they
there
only
was
sent
more than
one.
one.
If this were true, I think there's
They
probably
sent-
so many, and we
they
don't
sent
normally
40
see them. Is the point?
Okay, so some are crashing, some are just staying invisible for funsies.
Look, I don't pretend to know what they're doing.
Okay.
If it was true, but
Here's
also
what
that
I
brings
would
me to
pretend
the other
to
point. You
know.
need to watch the Joe Rogan with the guy. What is his name?
Okay,
Louis Elizondo.
I'm not gonna watch that.
He's one of the guys that was in the second hearing. He was a intelligence officer at the Pentagon.
I vaguely remember the story, but okay. Remember the crop circles, Zach?
Yes.
Okay. They're big, mysterious.
And we know exactly
alien
what
things.
those are, though.
Real things. They're like, it's just dudes with board wooden planks
Right.
attached to their feet going through. But in the 90s, they were a mystery, and there were so many TV shows about them being a mystery and aliens.
But did
And
we
then it
have
was
public
uncovered. It's
hearings
just some drunk
about
hillbillies getting
crop
boards
circles?
attached to their feet
Hold
going
on.
through making things.
Did we have public hearings with
Probably
Pentagon
public
security advisors
crop
talking about how this
circles.
has been hidden
Again,
for
I
many
think this
years?
is mostly just. Yeah, here's something about crop circles being discussed at Princeton, blah blah blah. But yeah, they got big in the media. But yes, I think it's really all about.
That's not what I said.
I think it's really
public
all
hearings.
about telling China we have advanced shit. We have advanced shit, so much so that we lie to the populace about aliens to cover it up. That's how advanced of stuff we have that you don't know about, China. That's what it's all about.
That seems like a really. I don't doubt with the drones. That makes sense. But that seems weird to have public hearings about alien spacecraft.
I think that's
your
that
translation.
Far. I always go back to like the Nixon going to Russia thing, and how far they will go. Where like Nixon was
that's
coached
fair.
to act like a fucking lunatic and fly off the handle at any slight from one of his staff because they wanted Russia to think this person is crazy and he will launch a nuke. Like he was coached to be like a lunatic in front of Russian people.
Yeah, that's
like there's so much.
I mean, that is funny.
Like theater. There's so much theater in government. I think this is all theater. It's all theater.
Yeah, it might be. Like I said, I'm careful, but I'm so interested in UFO and aliens. I'm always going to look and read into it.
Yeah, I think it's all bunk, but if you have fun reading it. All right, wait. One last thing we need to do before we end the podcast. Predictions, because I know I scored on Darth Vader. What's his name? What's his name?
Oh, yeah, you predicted...
What's Darth Vader's... the...
Jones.
Yeah.
James Earl Jones
James
would
Earl
die.
Jones.
Yep, you got yours.
Points.
Mine was Biden or Kanye West.
if you just included his mind only, you would have won. Okay, let's
Lily
go
had
through
Mick
predictions.
Jagger, De Niro, or Eastwood. They're all like impossibly old.
Yeah. You know, Eastwood's like 93 and he's still shooting a movies.
Still making movies, yeah. He's
has one
fucking
coming out this
insane.
year.
That's why I
He's
said
93. It's fucking nuts.
hers were all very legitimate and should be dead, but they're not.
We gave you such a wide range, Chloe, and you didn't hit on any of them.
What?
You're not paying the slightest attention.
No.
On our predictions last
We all
year.
predicted This is actually funny. We all predicted Trump wins election.
Oh, yeah, well, we're all spot on that one. So Zach guessed. Who did you guess, Zach?
Huh?
Who's gonna die?
Who did you guess was going to die, Zach?
Oh, I guessed Biden or Kanye West.
Biden or Kanye West. Didn't hit.
Kanye. Interesting.
I said just James Earl Jones. Hit. He did die. Darth Vader.
Okay.
You guessed.
Look why.
Zach. Hello.
Say that again.
Who did Chloe guess?
Jack McGuire.
Chloe guessed Mick Jagger, De Niro, or Eastwood.
All alive. You got 3 picks. No one.
Hey, there's still
I got
several
1
days.
pick.
There's still several days.
There's
Yeah,
still
that's
some
true.
time. She's not wrong.
You have some time for Biden. He's
I
not looking too
got-
well.
Yeah, I could still be right too.
All right. Any other
Or
predictions?
Kanye. You never know.
Let's go.
We
through
all
our-
missed Trump's VP.
Oh, we all said Trump was going to win, so we all got that one.
I
right.
said DeSantis. You both said Indian dude.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
that, yeah.
Oh yeah,
I
Vance
really still
wasn't.
have
I
high
mean,
hopes for him. I think.
Vance was a surprising pick because he's really young
Yeah.
and he wasn't that well known outside of Ohio. I don't think.
I mean, he's.
I mean,
smart.
he has the movie. So Chloe and I watched that movie several years ago.
Yeah, but I still didn't expect
But-
him to be.
Yeah, I definitely never would have saw him picking him.
We
That was a
all
good
we
pick.
all missed who will win what war because they're still going on for both Palestine and Russia
Oh.
war.
Okay. True. We'll check
Your
back on that.
rating. Oh, mass shooting was our only other prediction.
Oh, there wasn't many.
No.
Whoever said a lot probably lost.
We all had you had the most at 50.
Oh, I'm a loser on that one.
Then Chloe went 49 just to Price is Right you, and I went 30.
Dick. All right. What else?
We all predicted that they would go with Kamala. This was we
Oh,
did like
yeah.
a second year prediction when we were like, will Biden still be the nominee?
Oh, we predicted Kamala would be the nominee way back in.
Yeah.
Really? We
And this
predicted
was
that?
in
We're
July, so
smart.
it's probably already talks that she would be.
Oh, wait. Oh, this is in the second half. We predicted.
Yeah,
this in
yeah, we did
July
like a
when it was
second half
after.
of it.
Okay. I gotcha.
The only other prediction we had was our bold predictions. I said there will be another assassination attempt, but it will be quelled, which I think I was right.
Oh,
It
you
was
said
more
that
of a
before
plot,
that was
but they
Guy?
called it a second attempt.
Okay. You called it before that one dude.
Yeah.
All right, good. Yeah, no, you got points there. Major
Your bold
points.
prediction: a tie between the presidents, and they pick someone other than Trump.
Oh yeah, that didn't happen. I think that would have been a fun
Yeah.
one.
That would have been crazy.
That would have
though.
kept the news going.
Chloe's bold prediction: Trump will win the election and will be assassinated during inauguration. Well, we have to wait till January to find that
we
out.
don't know that quite yet.
she said Chinese lady with katana does it.
Oh, what was? Oh, that's because that story was going on. I remember.
yeah. Because of that story. That would be wild if that happened.
Chinese
though.
lady with a katana killed like her whole family or some crazy shit.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was a good story.
Okay.
All right.
I want to get a longer prediction, so I think we should save our actual predictions for next year as a separate episode. Because I think we should do really like.
Okay.
Because we didn't do as many as I thought.
That's true. I thought. Did I not have?
I think we
something
could
about
do like a
Chat
really good
AI?
predictions episode.
I thought I had something about AI.
Oh, I think you did. Where was that? AI websites start surpassing Google. Oh, that was mine.
Oh.
You say AI media created that we will consume, like a movie or show that we will watch. The entire content is AI generated. Not yet, but I don't think we're too far away
I
from
think
that.
music is practically there. Like I've listened to some music from
Definitely artwork
generated, I think is
for ads.
really good. Yeah, basically Facebook.
Yeah.
I think I was only a year off on there. I would extend that out to the next year.
Chloe said it will slow down as we realize it's hard to make money off of it. That definitely isn't happening.
For AI?
Yeah, that was
No,
Chloe's
I think
prediction.
that's a bad prediction. That shit has sped up all the investment in there.
All right, let's rate the year. Chloe, you rated 2023 a solid 6.
Okay.
Nick, a solid 4. Blah year. No Trump entertainment. No shootings. Boring.
Are we supposed to rate 2024 yet, or are we gonna wait
Yeah.
until like New Year?
No, we'll rate.
Oh,
Trump.
yeah, maybe
Just
we
think
should
the
do
next
that
one
for
will
the
be-
predictions.
No, I think we rate now, and predictions is this whole separate podcast. Because what does rating this year have to do
Okay.
with predictions for
Sure.
next year?
This
Yeah, that's true.
is an 8.
Okay, why an 8?
Because the year of a dragon.
Oh, okay.
No, yeah. I don't know.
Fire. Nick, your rating for the year.
6. Just because it kept me entertained.
Why
at
a
least.
6?
Well, you had a lady kill people, a Chinese lady kill people with a katana. That starts off as a 5 right off the bat. And then Trump
The P. Diddy
assassinations.
story was interesting.
P. Diddy. Oh, I'm really looking forward to the
All the
Yeah.
Kennedy
lists.
stuff.
I think 2025 is going to be
Yeah.
popping, dude.
I do
It's gonna
think
go off with a
2025 is
bang.
going to be pretty good. And of course, United Health CEO got what was coming to him. So So
Yeah.
it's over a 5.
I'm with you. I'm with you there. I think it started as a 5 and it kept going, and I think it's at like a 7 or 8 right now.
Okay, what got it to 8 for you?
The beginning was like, it was like the political talk was kind of boring and nothing was really going on. And then like Trump kind of got more entertaining and shit got kind of crazy. Like the Biden dropping out and Kamala taking over is wild news. Then we had the Trump assassination. Like, that's insane. We haven't had an assassination attempt. And he came so close. Like, we're talking millimeters close to killing a president.
Yeah.
And then the CEO assassination is just like icing on the cake.
The year off.
I really think we're going to start 2025 with some crazy shit, though. If Trump actually goes in and starts doing all the things he says he's going to do, like from the get-go, I might not like half of it, but it's going to be crazy and entertaining in a way.
Yeah, I guess, well, I wanted to talk about it, but it'll be predictions. But I would just say he might face a lot more bureaucracy than, I'm looking for a lot of
he can't just go in
promises.
like, executive order, everything.
Yeah, I'm wondering how well Doge will work.
Yeah.
So we'll see, I guess. I'm hoping for the best. This is like the libertarian argument for voting for Trump. Like, if he has Doge and it works, fantastic.
Yeah. Crazy year.
Yeah, pretty crazy.
I know my first prediction is more of a hope. One more CEO. One more CEO.
Zach, I shouldn't start following your blogs to make sure you don't turn schizo, do I?
No, I enjoy my life too much to go and shoot a CEO. This is why I root for another person to be crazy enough to do it.
But have you seen Bill Hader's, he has an SNL skit, and I don't even remember the context. But he goes, "Oh, that's terrible," where he clearly likes what's happening.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm talking about, right? Where they post that all the time when bad things
Sorry,
happen.
cut out. Yeah, I've seen exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, that is so the attitude towards all of it in public is, "Oh, how terrible."
Oh my gosh.
It's just bad.
Oh my gosh.
With the biggest
we
fucking
also
smile on your face.
we didn't go over this Turtle Man fell. What's his name?
What?
I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about right now.
I'm a turtle. The only politician that looks like a goddamn turtle.
Mitch McConnell.
I'm a turtle.
Yeah, he had another spaz out, that thing?
He fell and like busted his face.
Oh yeah, no, I just saw later when he had the bandages and they asked him and he just sat there and stared into the sky.
I just saw Nancy.
Yeah, I've seen that one too.
Yeah. And he did that. I didn't see that. But this guy, he's
Mitch McConnell's assassinating himself, and I'm for it.
Yeah, and he did this maybe a year or two ago too, where he just like spazzes out and like just stares.
Yeah, that was weird, dude.
And that one was weird. His age. You know, he's like 5 years older than Trump and Biden. Dude's old as fuck.
It looks like he's having Biden moments, but worse in his brain.
Yeah.
Like it's just shutting down.
Yeah. So we'll be getting a new senator in Kentucky.
Yeah. All right. Let's do a predictions episode in the near future.
That was good. All right. This is a really long one, but a lot of time was Googling. All right. Later.
Yeah, it was. All right, later.